Shapeshifters. You're a bit of a
Pardon?
shapeshifter. Yeah.
Yeah, I go up and down. Whoop,
Yes.
whoop, whoop. I've got the stretch on today.
No, they're
I'm all right.
specific to the world of supernatural. They're there with
Are
the
they?
vampires and werewolves
You
and all
like a
that
bit
sort
of
of thing.
supernatural,
Do you watch
don't you?
True Blood?
Yes, I do.
Shapeshifters.
Yes, same to you,
Yeah,
with
there
knobs
they are
on.
there.
Yeah, and a vampire that's got everyone a bit hot under the collar is the dark and brooding Bill Compton.
So you don't ever sneak up on a vampire.
You go first.
Still think you're in Disney World?
You're still so sensitive.
Stop! Suki is mine.
I'm a vampire!
No, you're all rules.
Oh my word. There's so much to talk to Stephen Moyer, who's with us now. I hope you put your teeth away. He plays the vampire, Bill Compton. Now, the first thing is, when I heard of Bill Compton, I thought I was watching Last of the Summer Wine or something, because it is, it's an old-fashioned name, but there's a reason why it's an old-fashioned name.
I'm just imagining like a vampire in wellies doing gardening at night. He's a Civil War soldier he gets turned in like 1877. After the Civil War, he comes back from the army and he gets turned by somebody, and so he's 175 years old now, and so he was called William Thomas Compton, and so it's not sort of, in fact, Anna's character Suki talks about the fact that he's got this kind of very plain name, so it's nice. Makes it very ordinary.
At the end, because we're going to start season 4 early next year on the FX channel. At the end of season 3, the gorgeous Suki, who is your real wife in real life, which we'll talk about in a minute,
yes,
but she dumps you. We saw her dump you.
That's right.
So what's going to happen in season 4? Because you love her, don't you?
Love.
Are we talking about real life or make-believe?
No, we're talking about the make-believe first.
Right. Make-believe. He has, in order to try and protect her, he's told quite a lot of untruths, and she doesn't like that. Look, there's stuff going on there, and he does. She doesn't like the fact that he has lied to her, but he lies to her to try and protect her, and so ultimately, she doesn't feel. I mean, it's a great lesson for any relationship. She doesn't like the fact that he hasn't been able to be truthful with her, and there's a couple of things he did which are pretty bad. So she dumps him, and he is left to kind of rue all of those decisions, and he then gets to sort of change the way that he is in the way that decisions that he makes because of that. He tries to live a good life, trying to
find all that.
No, I was going to say, but then in real life, Anna, who plays Suki, is your wife, and you met doing the pilot.
We did indeed, yeah, 4 years ago.
So was it kind of love at first sight on set?
It was one of those things where we felt very strongly that we should keep it
professional.
Keep it professional and keep it away from.
But after you'd finished sinking your teeth into her neck, is that the sort of thing that is that like arousing?
Once you've gone into that vein and any of the other pulsing vessels, it's very hard not to continue on from there.
But she has to have some very raunchy love scenes, doesn't she, with Eric?
She
does.
So
how do you cope with that when you're on set?
I don't know. I mean, Eamon, how do you handle Ruth going off with Phil Schofield?
I don't know. He doesn't mind, do you, darling? He's going to get rid of me
for
the day.
Well, see, I quite like it. Adds a bit of interest.
You don't mind?
I mean, it's one of those things. Luckily, Alex Skarsgård, is a good friend of mine, and he plays Eric. And look, there we are, being very.
But he's got to do more than Philip Schofield's got to do with Ruth. In
Well,
fairness,
that's what you're told.
In fairness, yes. So what? Do you look the other way when this is going on, or what happened?
I tried to be very professional and keep my distance and let them. And I went up to him and I said, look, you've got to do what you've got to do. And I said to Anna, you've got to make it look as realistic as possible. So you guys knock yourself out. But then one of the cameramen is like a very, very close friend of mine. He's been on the show for 4 years, and he's got a little earpiece in, and he's telling me what's going on.
Yes. I couldn't do that.
I'll have to edit that bit out. All that.
So I want to ask you about the teeth, the fangs that you have to wear, because Colin Farrell is doing a vampire
Yes, he
movie,
is.
and it's saying that he's left colleagues nursing bite wounds after sinking his fangs into them. for his new movie. So what are your fangs like?
They're in fact, they're incredibly sharp. And they are made of the stuff that you would have false teeth made out of. Yeah. So they're incredibly strong. And you literally, for the first, like, year, they sit kind of right here, dink, like that. And they're sharp. And so I got used to having kind of little mouth ulcers right here. Because and then after a while you just sort of ignore it. And any other vampires that come onto the show are always saying, they're really sharp, how'd you do it? That really hurt, you know.
Stephen, this series has really made a difference to your life. I mean, you were a well-established actor here. You'd done so many programs. We were running through a list of TV credits people would have seen you in. You were everything from The Grand to Waking the Dead, and Sue Johnson's coming on later today.
Yeah, lovely.
But this program, it's changed your life. You've got a wife through it as well. It's given you profile. Everybody thinks you're American, of course, now as well.
Yeah, it is weird. People don't believe you get told off for doing a fake English accent. When I meet people, they go, no, do it properly. Come on, do it properly. And but it is life changing, and I think the economic climate's really tough, and there's just not as much stuff being made here, and lots of English actors are going over there just to try and get the jobs, and then maybe come back. Be able to come back sort of triumphant, and then hopefully do the jobs that they wanted to do in the first place.
Stephen, well done to you. Great meeting you, mate.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much indeed. And here's why it's all worked so well for him. True Blood.
What we accomplished was remarkable.
What are we going to bring back next?
He's a human body.
Join hands.
Where's your keys?
Jessica, don't just go running off.
I can eat who I want.
There's a new covenant town. Put Pam on it. You will do it yourself. Who put you up to this?
We ain't supposed to talk to you.
The work for me in that circle is done. You are so beautiful.
You ain't right.
How can you do this? I don't have to ask for permission.
The new series starts on the FX channel early next year.